How's it going, everyone? This is Spartan Alphazulu bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. But first, let's get on with Alphazulu's Pokemon breakdown covering Mega Swampert. Now, Swampert was a very good starter, good typing back in the Diamond and Pearl days. And then once the newer games came out, it just kind of fell into the tiers into UU, I think. But whenever its Mega came out, it got the ability Swift Swim, which means that in the rain, this Pokemon's speed doubles. So, looking at my Swampert's EV spread, 252 attack, 252 speed with 4 in the defense, just to kind of soak up some physical hits here and there. Its moveset is Waterfall, Earthquake, Superpower, and I believe Ice Punch. Ice Punch, yes. Now, if you want to go with Stealth Rocks because you need a Stealth Rock user, you can, but I think Superpower is just way too important on this guy. Because without Superpower, Ferrothorn walls him. He's still kind of got an answer for Kyroom, because I guess you can give him Stone Edge. But no, I mean, Superpower is just too important to not have. So looking at his stats, 341 HP, 438 attack, 257 defense, 203 special attack, 256 special defense with a speed of 239. So yes, he is slow, but you need to put him on a Rain Dance team. So Pelipper, Politoed, you know, they're a must. They are a must because their ability to make it rain, to bring the rain in, it's needed. So in the rain, his speed goes to 478. But yes, he is super fast. But you need to watch out for those choice users that'll just come in and like I don't know. There's a few choice scarf users that can outspeed him. And what most rain teams' weaknesses are just, you know, bulky plant types, Tangela, Ferrothorn, even Superior. Superior can even be a problem. Tapu Bulu can definitely be a problem. And yes, I mean, if you're running a rain team, you're probably, you're going to have Pelipper. Pelipper's a flying type. It comes with Hurricane. And Hurricane's accuracy raises to 100% in the rain. You're going to have Tornadus, who can also learn Hurricane. The accuracy goes to 100% in the rain. So you have ways to deal with those Pokemon, but you still need to watch out for them. Because on most rain teams, bulky grass types are what's going to keep your team at bay. And another thing are other weather makers, like Tyranitar. Tyranitar's got to go. Ninetales, the Kanto Ninetales. I mean, it gets the ability to make the sun come out. That has to go. Same with Mega Charizard Y. You know, that's got to go because they just kind of. I mean, once they come in, they get rid of your weather effects, and your rain team is not going to be able to do what it's meant to do. And especially if you're relying on Mega Swampert as your sweeper, which in the rain, the rain not only boosts his speed, but the rain boosts the attack power of all water attacks. So Hydro Pump gets a little boost. Waterfall gets a little boost. You want to take advantage of as much water type attacks as you can, but you you also need to watch out for like the Rain Dish, Water Absorb, or not Rain Dish, but Storm Drain, Water Absorb. You need to watch out for those Pokemon. Because like Gastrodon has the ability Storm Drain. Whenever it's hit with a water attack, it doesn't do any damage to it, and it raises its special attack up one stage. And Water Absorb, which I think Quagsire has Water Absorb. Whenever it's hit with a water attack, it restores its health rather than take damage. So you need to be aware of stuff like that when you're going against a rain team. And rain teams aren't that effective. They're not as effective as they used to be. From what I'm told, you hardly see any of them in the higher tiers, but they're still fun. I mean, if you're not battling competitively, and even if you are, nothing says you can't go with a rain team. Rain teams are fun. I mean, just because everyone else isn't going with a rain team, you got to be unique. You got to do what reflects on you, and that's all it is. That's why this game's awesome. So that's just it. This is my rain team. I'm going to be covering it, and I'm going to show you, the do's and don'ts. And let's get on to the battle. So, Ryu, my buddy Ryu, he's in my Discord server. Hint, hint. He got with me a few weeks back. And he said, hey, like, I'll help you test out your rain team. I'm like, all right, sweet. So Ryu kind of helped me out test out the rain team. He threw a team together, and this was my very first match with this rain team. There are some changes I've kind of wanted to make to it, and now that I made those changes, I want to go back. But let's get ready to rock and roll, and I'm going to go in with my Pelipper, which that's the usual lead for most rain teams is Pelipper, because they get the rain out right at the start of the match, and I mean, that's what your team does. Your team's a rain team. It needs the rain to function. Well, maybe not to function. I mean, you can win without the rain, but, Mega Swampert relies on it so much. So he's going in with Jirachi, and I'm immediately feeling a little thorny. I know Ferrothorn can wall this thing, and the beauty about using Ferrothorn on rain teams is Ferrothorn's weakness to fire is halved. Fire attacks are halved in the rain. So he's not as susceptible to fire attacks. He is still susceptible. You got to be careful. They will hurt him, but just not as bad. Going for the U-turn to get his pivot tempo going, and the iron barbs along with the rocky helmet are just doing what they do best. Now he's going to go in with Superior, and here is where I make the biggest misplay of all. Not right here with the Leech Seed. I should have paralyzed this Superior. The second I had the first chance I had, I should have done it, and instead I end up going with the Vine Whip, or the Power Whip, sorry. Just being really aggressive here. And even though it resists it, look at that. Power Whip does a decent amount of damage to the Superior. And that's because it was a critical hit, though. But what I should have done, I should have gone for the Paralysis, because I didn't know it at the time, but that Superior is Choice Scarf. Had I gone for the Paralysis, it wouldn't have been a problem. So I went for the Paralysis too little too late. He got Superior out of there, and I paralyzed the Jirachi instead, which I am okay with that, but I really wanted to paralyze that Superior. Superior is a fast grass sweeper. It resists most of my team's attacks. Yes, its defenses aren't the best, but the bottom line is it's still a threat. It's something I need to get rid of or cripple, and I would have loved to have gotten that paralysis. Going to U-turn again on my Ferrothorn, and he doesn't have to worry about the rocky helmet anymore, but still, it's awesome that the Iron Barbs is still a thing. Going for the Leech Seed again, and now he's just playing with me. I shouldn't have switched here because I was in the rain. Hidden Power Fire would not have hurt Ferrothorn, but I ended up switching anyway, and I should have just gone for the Paralysis. Ferrothorn would have been fine taking that Hidden Power Fire. I shouldn't have switched because I needed to paralyze this freaking Superior. So I bring in my Tornadus, and he's going to switch out, not wanting to take the Hurricane, which that Hurricane would have definitely taken out that Superior. And it's not going to do anything to Jirachi. Look at that. Jirachi just takes it like a champ. But I got the Confusion, so that's an awesome little bonus. Now he's going to go for the, for starters, I want to get Tornadus out of here because I don't really see Tornadus doing much against Jirachi. But I do want to also take away its, I thought he was going to switch, actually. I thought he was going to switch out because it was confused, it was paralyzed, I didn't think he wanted to lose it. So I thought he was going to go for the switch, but he didn't. So I knock off its leftovers. And Iron Head is going to do a good amount of damage to my Tornadus and my rain stops right here. So I go for the U-turn, hoping that it'll just take it out, and it barely lives. And that's because I got a critical hit. Lives with maybe 1 HP. And I'm going to switch out into Ferrothorn, because if he went for Iron Head before, he's probably going to go for it again. And that stealth rocks are still wearing down my Ferrothorn. But Iron Head is going to come in, and the Iron Barbs are going to take Jirachi out of the match. Another thing with rain teams is Mega Swampert does appreciate hazards, and I don't currently have any on my rain team. I don't know who I would put him on, but I mean, if you have any ideas, let me know. I thought about putting him on Ferrothorn, but Thunder Wave is just so important to me. I mean, especially against a Pokemon like Superior. I don't know who to go with. And he brings in Hippowdon, going for the Ice Fang, and I get frozen, which sucks. I switch out here. I don't know why I switch out. I should have just kept it in. And it sucks because I needed Ferrothorn to at that health, Ferrothorn wasn't going to do much to Superior anyway. I really don't know why I switched out. I really don't. I should have just kept Ferrothorn in. I'm going to end up losing it anyway. But I did switch out anyway. I mean, I switched out because you never know when you need to give a Pokemon another Pokemon to just take out and get your free turn, or just get a fresh start going, rather. I'm going to bring in Pelipper again because I'm thinking he's going to go for the Hidden Power Fire and I'm going to bring the rain back. And another thing, look at that Hippodon bringing in the Sandstorm to take away my rain, which my rain ended anyway. But Hidden Power Fire is not going to do anything to Pelipper in the rain. Look at that. Fire moves just get crippled in the rain. You still got to watch out for a few, especially with Ferrothorn. But other than that, they're not that big of a threat. I knew he was going to switch. He goes into Tapu Fini, and I'm going to go ahead and U-turn here. So I'm going to go for the U-turn, and I'm going to bring in Tapu Koko, because I know Tapu Koko can take out a Tapu Fini. The cool thing about Tapu Koko, or about any electric type in the rain, is the move Thunder gets raised to 100% accuracy. Why the heck did I go? I know why. I went with Ferrothorn because I just wanted to feint it. But anyways, after Ferrothorn feints, I'm going to go with Tapu Koko. See, there it is again. I don't know why I went and didn't let Ferrothorn get taken out. But anyways, yeah, the move Thunder goes to 100% accuracy in the rain. So if you have a rain team, I just went with Tapu Koko just because he's awesome. You can go with any other electric type you want. Throw Thunder on it. Mega Manectric is another good choice. But, I mean, if you go with Mega Manectric, you can't use Swampert. Or you can't use Mega Swampert, so that's probably not the best choice. So, Moonblast, taking out my Ferrothorn. And now Ferrothorn's out of the match. I'm down a Pokemon. Now I'm going to go with Tapu Koko. And I'm going to go ahead... And what do? I want to say I go for the Hidden Power Ice, because I didn't think he was going to keep this in. I really didn't. I mean, it's Tapu Fini, Tapu Koko staring at it in the face. He didn't switch, though. And the Hidden Power Ice is not going to do anything to Tapu Fini. And he goes for the Nature's Madness to have my health. So that sucks, but that's fine. So now, you know, if he's not willing to switch, maybe he'll just take a Thunder to the face. And I'm going to go ahead, and this Tapu Koko is different than my other one. It's holding leftovers because the Z move I gave to Tornadus. And right now it's Supersonic Sky Strike, but I actually ended up changing it to All Out Pummeling just because Ferrothorn, just to take care of like Ferrothorns and other annoying steel types of thing. They can just wall it. Thunder coming in to take Tapu Fini out of the match though. And there goes Tapu Fini. So far, it's kind of back and forth between me and Ryu, but I'm liking the results that the rain team is getting so far. It's awesome. It's awesome to use Thunder and just make it 100% accurate. That's awesome. Sandstream, getting rid of my rain, and that sucks. But I need to take this thing out. I don't know what to switch into. I don't want to take an Earthquake or anything, so I'm going to Hidden Power Ice and see what that does. Dealing a good amount of damage to the Hippodon, putting it below 50% health, and he thought I was going to switch, going for the Ice Fang. And... you know, Tapu Koko doesn't have the best defenses, so yeah, Ice Fang's going to do a little bit. And then getting buffeted in the face by that sand. But leftovers is just kind of keeping me healthy. Either way, I'm still in the red. I'm not going to be able to take the next attack. So go for the Hidden Power again to see if it'll take out the Hippodon. And lo and behold, it does. Hippodon is out of the match. So, 2-ko right there. Although the Hippodon already had damage on it. Anyways. I'm still in a very good position here. I got rid of that. I got rid of the Hippodon, but Mega Medicham's Fake Out is, you know, that's not something I'm going to be able to live here. So I'm going to lose Tapu Koko. I didn't want to lose him so early, especially because I could have defogged. But oh well. I mean, I had to take Hippodon out, and I was just in a corner. So his Stealth Rocks are still up, and again, I don't have entry hazards on this team, and I don't know who to put them on. Fake Out, taking Tapu Koko out of the match. Oh well, that's how it works out sometimes. So now, I'm going to bring in Pelipper to get my rain back. And I'm going to U-turn against this because I think at this point I can comfortably bring Swampert in and just sweep. Because, I mean, I didn't know that Superior was Scarfed, but, you know, I'm just telling you what I was thinking at this point in the match. A Zen Headbutt. And Pelipper practicing those 5Ds of dodgeball, dodge like dip dive, and dodge to U-turn in Medicham's face and get my pivot tempo going and bring in Swampert. So right here, I was hoping to just finish the game off. Hippodon's gone. I don't have to worry about him getting rid of my rain, and I can Mega Evolve and just take out the rest of his team. All he has left is Medicham, Superior, and that Kyroom Black. Swampert has answers to all of them. Literally any attack would have taken out Medicham. Whether it was Waterfall, Ice Punch, Earthquake, Medicham's defenses are just paper. Ice Punch would have taken out the Superior, and then I got Superpower for the Kyroom Black. So I got ways to deal with it. He goes for the Fake Out. Just, I mean, why not? He's not going to outspeed me anyway. Waterfall, taking Medicham out of the match. in the rain. Not a lot of Pokemon with weak defenses can take a waterfall from a Mega Swampert in the rain. This is where I mess up. I should have switched, but I did not know this thing was scarfed. Because, I mean, I'm in the rain. My speed's doubled. I was like, hey, I got it. Times 4 weakness to Leaf Storm, though. And I lose Mega Swampert. So that sucks. But my Swampert is adamant. It's not timid. If it was timid, maybe I would have outsped it. I'm not quite sure, actually. But I just prefer to go with adamant because it gives Swampert that extra womp. He just hits ridiculously hard, and he's just awesome. He's awesome as adamant. I mean, yes, the downside of going with timid is you're not that fast, and sometimes that's needed. Tornadus getting taken out by the Leaf Storm, so I'm looking at getting swept here by a freaking superior, just building off its special attack after each and every Leaf Storm. I'm hoping Leaf Storm will just rear its ugly 90% accurate face, but it doesn't. Leaf Storm taking Pelipper out of the match. Tornadus, Swampert, Pelipper, they just fell to Superior's awesome Leaf Storm. I'm in a bit of a bind here, and that's why I said you guys got to take out these grass types or cripple them, whatever you can do. Had I paralyzed it, Swampert would have taken out this Pokemon, and it would have been a sweep. Another awesome Pokemon in the rain is Greninja. Ash Greninja to be exact. Water Shuriken in the rain to take Superior out of the match. I should have just gone with that. So that sucks. I should have just gone with that. But oh well. That's the way it works. I didn't know it was going to hit 3 times, and even then, I didn't know it was going to take it out if it did hit 3 times. But like I said, all water moves are boosted by the rain. So you got to account for that. And Hydro Pump's damage actually gets ridiculous in the rain. I'm going to try and get a video showing you. I think I might have one. So I'll try to get a video of y'all showing this. Kyroom Black is going to come in. And, Water Shooting is not going to do anything to this thing because it's Dragon type resists it. But I'm not going to forfeit, and no guts, no glory. Let's see what happens. So look at that, though. That's actually a decent amount of damage for resisting it. And it takes it to maybe close to 50% health, but not nearly there. And the Fusion Bolt is going to take out my Ash's Greninja. So that was a good game. Ryu helped me out. He let me know what changes I wanted to make, and I made them. I'm still toying with the team a little bit. So I'm still just playing around with it, trying to figure it out because it's a lot of fun. The Rain team was just a lot of fun for me personally. I liked it a lot. So good game, Ryu. Thanks for the match, man. Shout out Ryu. He's probably going to see this because he's in my Discord server. Hint, hint. Y'all join my Discord. So moving on, though, to my next match. And this match is interesting. It's not OU. It's Monotype. It is a Monotype match. I got rid of Ferrothorn. And I got rid of Tornadus. Threw in Gyarados. Threw in Toxapex. And threw in Azumarill. So now... Oh, and I also got rid of Tapu Koko. So threw in Azumarill. And now this is a Monotype match. Mono Water versus Mono Water against Jay. So let's see how this plays out. Because his water team, I noticed he didn't have rain. He doesn't have a Rainmaker. So I'm kind of helping him out because I got a Rainmaker. And he's going to go with Greninja right out the bat. So he's thinking of coming out strong, just swinging. I'm hoping this is not an Ash's Greninja because Ash's Greninja is just so strong. Even though I resist it all around. He's going with the Dark Pulse. And lo and behold, thank goodness, it is a Protean Greninja. And it's holding a Life Orb. So I don't got to worry about it too much. A U-turn coming in, not doing a very lot of damage because Pelipper doesn't have the best attack. But at least, I got the pivot tempo going. And now I'm going to bring in Swampert. I know I outspeed this thing. It's not holding a Choice Scarf. And I don't got to worry about taking a Hydro Pump to the face. And Greninja's defenses are paper. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. And let's see what this Earthquake does after Swampert spent some time in the weight room with Strong Bad. Going for the Earthquake. And that is most definitely going to take this Greninja out of the match. So going off, I got first blood there. Starting off strong with the Greninja. And then I brought in Swampert and just dealt with it. He brings in his Starmie. And I didn't quite know what was going to happen here. Because Starmie has a good move library, an excellent move library. So I switched out and I go to Toxapex because I thought he was going to Hydro Pump. And Hydro Pump in the rain probably would have OHKO'd. And instead he goes for the Psyshock, seeing my switch coming into Toxapex, and that's going to knock the heck out of Toxapex. But Toxapex, being the annoying wall that it is, lives with 29 health for its Black Sludge to put it at 38. And then with the Generator ability, after I switch out, it's just going to heal itself back up. So now I know he's going to go for a Psyshock. I'm thinking this thing is Scarfed. So I'm going to go with Greninja, and Psyshock is not going to do anything to it because of my Dark typing. If it is Scarfed, I can't remember if it was or not. I just assumed it was Scarfed because, I mean, he brought it in for a reason. So he's going to go with Quagsire. Thankfully, I didn't go with Hydro Pump because I knew he had it, and I didn't want to give this thing more health. So Dark Pulse, doing way more than 50% health. And now I know another Dark Pulse will just take this thing out, and I was going to get my Ashes Greninja. I'm very glad I didn't use Hydro Pump because Quagsire does no water absorb. Meaning, had he switched in and I used Hydro Pump, it would have done nothing. It would have just eaten up the Hydro Pump. If it had damage on it, it would have restored all its health. But, you know, I saw a switch coming. I knew he had Quagsire. I played it safe. 2-code it with Dark Pulse. Now I got an Ashes Greninja, and he's going to bring in his Gyarados. So Gyarados is a problem. Y'all know Gyarados is a problem. Y'all have seen my video of the Gyarados sweep. I don't want him to set up, but at the same time, I didn't know who to switch into here. Because if my Swampert knew Stone Edge, yeah, sure, I would have. But it was a Mega Gyarados, so the right move, in my opinion, that I should have done would have been to switch to Swampert. I think I still would have been faster than this thing after a Dragon Dance, and then go for the superpower to take it out. Instead, I don't switch. I go for the Dark Pulse. It does a good amount of damage, but not enough for him to be concerned with, because now he's just going to set up all over my team. So Dragon Dance, boosting the Mega Gyarados' speed and attack, and I got a problem here. I can't, I can't let this go on. I got to do something. I should have switched right off the bat, because he knows I'm going to switch now, and now he's going to get another Dragon Dance up. So my plan here was to bring in my Gyarados and hit it with a Supersonic Sky Strike and hopefully take it out. Maybe get a crit or something. I don't know if it would have taken it out. But the rain ends up stopping right here, and another reason that I switched out is because my Gyarados' moveset was all messed up, so I really had nothing that I could use. I had to switch out. I'm going to bring the rain back, and he's going to go ahead and go for the Crunch. And after 2 Dragon Dances, I'm going to lose Pelipper here. I shouldn't have gone with Pelipper because I need Pelipper, but I really did not want to sack any of my other Pokemon. So Crunch, taking Pelipper out of the match. And I guess the beauty about not having the rain is, he also does not have the rain. He won't benefit from it either, which, I benefit from it more because I got the Swampert. Earthquake after 2 Dragon Dances is definitely going to take out Toxapex. And Toxapex is out of the match. I thought I was looking at a sweep here. I was very upset at myself for letting this freaking Gyarados set up on me like it did. But I do still have Azumarill, and Azumarill's thick. This Pokemon is bulky, and I kind of want to scare it off, which it worked. I do not think I would have lived through that Earthquake, but I did just want to scare it off and have him switch to negate his stat changes. And he did. Switched into Melodic, and Play Rough is going to tear it up, putting it below 50% health, but not taking it out, sadly. So I know he's going to Scald because he wants to try and cripple my Azumarill, and hopefully he doesn't get the burn, and he does not get the burn. Play Rough and Melodic, practicing those 5Ds of Dodgeball, Dodge, Duck, Dip, Dive, and Dodge to slither out of the way of my Play Rough. And so he's got another chance here to try and burn my Azumarill with Scald. And hopefully he doesn't get it. And fingers crossed, he does not get the burn. Play Rough. Melodic does not like the rough play, and it's taken out of the match. So far so good, I guess. Bringing in Starmie. Starmie knows Thunderbolt. It can learn Thunderbolt. It can learn Thunder. The rain's up. I got to get Azumarill out here because I don't want to lose it. I'm going to go into Swampert because I thought he was going to go for an electric attack, and I think I'll just take it. But instead, setting up the Trick Room on Swampert. Trick Room, for those that don't know, Trick Room makes it to where the slower Pokemon go first, the faster Pokemon go second. So now he's going to bring in Mega Gyarados. Beauty, for me, Gyarados loses its flying typing whenever it Mega Evolves. Goes to Water Dark. And Earthquake is going to do some damage here. Putting it in the red, almost taking it out. I know I'm faster than it, or so I thought, but, you know, with Trick Room up, that ain't going to matter. And Crunch, dealing a good amount of damage to Swampert. Definitely got to be concerned with that, but at least I take out the Gyarados and I don't got to worry about it anymore. So that was the gamble. I do not think Azumarill would have survived an Earthquake after a +2 from Gyarados. It was a gamble, but I went with it, and it works. I really just wanted to scare him off. I really just wanted him to think, you know, just think what I was thinking. I don't know if it would have taken it out. Let me switch. It worked. He switched. And going with this freaking Pokemon that I can't think of. But Hydro Pump is going to OHKO freaking Skarm. Well, it doesn't OHKO because I had damage. Why do I always do that? But there you go. That's another bad thing about Swampert, is because of its ground typing, water moves hit it for neutral damage. So you do got to watch out for water attacks, especially in the rain on Swampert, because it does not resist water. The ground typing makes it hit for neutral. So just be wary of that, guys. You know, you got to watch out for that. Starmie coming back in. And again, I want to avoid the Thunderbolt. I don't want to get hit with that. Wishy-Washy. That was the name of the other Pokemon. Wishy-Washy. Psyshock on the Azumarill. Hopefully it lives, but sadly it does not. So I lose Azumarill to a Psyshock. But he's locked in Psyshock. He's got 2 Pokemon left. Bringing in the Frokage of the Hidden Frog Village. And he's going to switch back into Wishy-Washy. And I'm going to go ahead and Dark Pulse, because Hydro Pump isn't going to do anything for me here. I got no reason to use it. So I'm going to go with Dark Pulse against the Wishy-Washy. And I don't really know too much about this Pokemon other than it's a mono water type. But Dark Pulse, putting it very low, very much below 50%, not in the red. And he's just going to protect to kind of, you know, stall the game out. Because I'm a Choice Specs Greninja. I can't swap moves here. I'm at this point, I don't even need to use anything other than Dark Pulse. Because I'm pretty sure that Starmie was scarfed or maybe holding Choice Specs or something. I don't know. Because, you know, he just used one move and kept switching out. And, I mean, switching Starmie onto the Dark Pulse, and that's going to take it out of the match. Like I said, I have no reason to not use Dark Pulse here. Dark Pulse is going to do the job. Bringing Wishy-Washy back in, and it's going to get its schooling together. And now I'm in Dark Pulse and just definitely take Wishy-Washy out of the match. So all I had left was Greninja and a Gyarados that did not have the right move. So I got lucky. I got lucky that Greninja did the job here. So awesome match, Jay. I'm going to post more battles with my Rain team. Comment, rate, and subscribe, guys. Join my Discord. It's awesome. And I'll see y'all next time. Thank you, everybody, and good night.